welcome to Totally Normal Gaming. We're a group of AI-generated weirdos play an absurd game of make-believe with their friends. That's what we do here, right? That tracks. It's excellent flannel weather, by the way. Ezra?
I feel like Ezra wears flannel in the summer.
That's the joke. That's the
up
joke. Happy birthday, Ezra. Now everyone in the world knows it's your birthday right around this time.
Happy birthday to you too. I told all my coworkers about this stream.
Did you?
During our big company conference on Tuesday. So we won't have any new viewers, but there you go.
Wait. How big was your company conference on Tuesday?
Well, there's like 16 of us.
Nice.
Dave was the one who was interested. So Dave, if you're out there, hello.
That's right. And also hello to resident old lady / Hannah. How's everybody doing tonight? Okay, well, there's Jana. That's nice. We have at least one other person. I don't know where everybody is. They said they were. Oh, yeah, and everybody said they were going to be here except for Owen. So, can we do a recap of what happened last session? Last session was like one of the few times in our 104 episodes together when I was like, no, fuck you, you're doing the thing that I wrote for you because I wrote it.
And frankly, I'm still upset about it.
Yes, we did our best to avoid having a good time.
You really did. You really did.
It was the time change. We were all exhausted. It felt like midnight.
All right, well, what happened? What'd you guys do?
For our poor middle-aged bodies.
So
what did we do? What didn't we do?
We found out that what's our Drunel Hall, and like that area around Drunel Hall is now going to be a free state and a buffer zone between the Fae, the Wilds, and the Empire.
The Empire.
The Publian Empire.
So yeah, that officially makes you
essentially kings.
Yeah, you're royalty now. You guys run a small country. It's a teeny tiny country. It's a city-state.
They aren't get out of there.
But that's what you guys are doing with your lives. Congratulations and game over.
So we went back to we went into the open space and called the Auroral Diamond, Auroral Jewel, Conquer Jewel. We called the Conquer Jewel, and the pilot opened up and was losing his mind because he could not get back to the Radiant Citadel. It's like nothing on the other side was responding. So we had him fly us to Drunel Hall. We gave some money to Poppy to start essentially developing our city-state. We met with Booker. Actually, who do we meet with? I forget the technical person's name who was going to look at the Conquer Jewel for us.
I think it was Booker.
Was it Booker? No, who's the one with the robot?
We didn't actually do the scene of talking to her.
Mungren, yeah.
Mungren. I thought we had her look at the Conquer Jewel, but apparently it was Booker.
Sure. No, we had them all look at it. We're recommending that.
And it was determined that nothing was wrong with the Conquer Jewel, something was wrong with the other end. So
Ezra just decided that we're all going to retcon something, so go on.
Yep.
All right. That was already in my head anyway. So
that time I died, that didn't happen.
So we are currently stuck in this plane, although I guess technically not. We could technically take it to another plane, but we couldn't get to the Radiant Citadel. We would just be floating around. us. So then we participated in a sort of celebratory banquet with a bunch of different competitions, which included some drinking. We ended up pulling it out in the end.
So we're done with phrasing.
Yes. So I think we didn't talk about it, but I believe Yellis and I each won several hundred gold because we bet on ourselves.
Yeah, he did. That's right.
So
That's on you though. You got to remember how much
I
you
just
bet.
did. It was $300 or 300 gold. I bet 300 gold.
You bet 300.
Yeah.
So you
And
won 900.
we were 2-1.
I thought I was the shitty math person. All right. Anyway,
You guys want to see something cute?
look at that dog as a bow tie. Bayorn. Whoa.
Good boy.
Got all dressed up for my big day.
Bayorn got dressed up for his daddy's birthday party. That's adorable.
Good boy.
Then afterwards, we stumbled upstairs into what was I believe, just like a storage closet. But in there now is a big stone portal. It's made of the magic stone that Glorious Stone Bones built the entire city on.
Nice reference.
There were two symbols on it. One I was able to determine was an ancient representation of the word dwarf. And the other was... Oh, it was Wonder. It was took us to right outside of Wonder. Those are the only two etchings in it. Both seem to work. When we looked in the Wonder one, we didn't really do much. We just kind of stepped out, said cool. And well, I say we. I think Gelidus did that by himself. And then we went to we touched the button that said dwarf. We went through there and ended up on the side of a mountain. We could see sort of like a very faint trail. It's just wooded. There's nothing around. But can't remember. I think you said I didn't recognize it when I came through, but we couldn't see a town or anything, right?
No town. You saw the road.
Those mountains.
We saw a road. And I think that's
not it. You also received a letter.
Oh, that's right. Zerwin received a letter that said he was being forgiven for his previous trespasses from his old life where he grew up and was being called back for essentially military service. And so
we need more pizzazz in these recaps.
Zerwin, you rolled 110 d20s and you only got 5 natural 20s.
And then Zerwin read the letter, and the letter said he had to go back, like that sort of pizzazz.
That's the dedication I'm talking about.
Then we had a feast.
This was after the feast, but yeah, I like that.
Oh, this was after the feast? We did that already?
The feast happened before the games.
Okay, well then we had a games.
We covered that already. See, Ezra wasn't even listening to your recap because it was so... Do you read books to your kids that way? Is that why they fall asleep? You're like...
I have a headache.
And then Thomas the Train...
So, no.
Just like Janet's kids, she don't fall asleep either. My kids are already asleep. Well, one of them is. One of my children and my wife is asleep. The other one's definitely still awake.
Two of mine are. I just caught one sneaking out of his room like a villain, like literally arms up, like doing this through the hallway.
I bet it was the middle
And
one.
he forgot something and turned around to go get it, and that's when he noticed me standing in the stairwell looking at him. It's just like a cartoon in my house.
Just your average schmo says, "Hi, Dad." We have the best chat. Okay. Yes, so we can pick this back up with the group's apparent decision to venture forth through the portal in some point in the near future.
We're gonna need that cold weather clothing.
Yeah, is there anything you would like to gather up before you go through the portal? The magical stone portal which mysteriously appeared in your storage closet with no note.
We're gonna need to get the cold weather clothing laundered and dried because the last time we wore it was when we were in the nightmare. And it was a little swampy there.
I thought we already
So we'll have.
But yeah.
Well said. Let's retcon it. We did that already.
I think we did. I think I said it at one point.
Ezra needs to have a new skill called retconning.
We should probably figure out who put this portal.
Hold on, we did forget one big thing. We learned what several of our magic items were that we found after the battle.
Yeah, I'm taking those braces of defense, by the way. I'm the only one who doesn't wear armor.
Oh yeah, what happened when you played the recorder, Ezra?
I went deaf, and all I could hear was the sound of a recorder, which does sound like a special kind of hell.
Yes.
And it did something else to me that I don't remember.
You played a G, and it blessed a nearby item.
Oh yeah, a spoon.
Oh, a spoon.
It's now a spoon +1.
Thank God.
Okay.
And I forget, how long is it a spoon +1 for?
I think like 2 days.
It depends on how long you roll. Like he rolled 2 days worth. I guess I rolled it, but yeah, it's a long time.
It's not necessarily tied to how long he's deaf for.
No,
that's what we determined, right? Okay.
Correct. And he's not deaf. He can hear the sounds of a recorder. Everything sounds like a recorder. Which, if you've ever had a child that plays the recorder, is hell. Speaking of which, your kids have Christmas presents yet, Zerwin? Because I know what I'm going to get them now.
They're getting bunk beds.
Oh, that's adorable. Okay. So, friends, what will you do? Gather up your cold weather clothing, go through the portal, hang out in your city state for a while doing officious stuff. What's next? What's the score here? What's next?
We can hand out some of the magic items, probably a little bit. That dagger of live stealing.
Yeah, just looking that up.
That's probably for you.
Can I have it? I want it.
Yeah, what do you think a hat of wizardry is?
You can look.
I know what fancy is.
Like, you're not spending this time handing out magic items. You need to do that during downtime. You need to play right now because there's people watching you, and they don't want to watch you hand out magic items to each other. And by people, I mean me.
My favorite part of doing this week after week is the part where I'm scolded. That's my absolute favorite, and it happens literally on a weekly basis. Like, you would think it would happen to, like, Dirk or maybe Gelidus, but it happens to me without fail.
Let's go find Stoppy real quick and just can we
ask him about this portal?
Ask him if he knows anything about it, and then ask him what he needs from us to get things moving and creating our city state.
Well, you just gave him 10,000 gold pieces, so he's actually super busy. You find him in he has offices which are like kind of public. They're near the front of they're right off the great room. So when you walk in, his offices are the first room to your left, and the doors are open and people come in. They have grievances or they have requests or they have, I don't know, dedications, whatever they have. And he's kind of like the public figure who deals with a lot of those things. And now that he has this money, he's like kicking into high gear this sort of like, all right, how do we rebuild, right? Like, what do we need? Like, what buildings are what's the highest priority of things that have to be done? And so it sounds like he's basically decided that housing is the most pressing issue, that everyone has a roof over their heads. So they're rebuilding housing, and they're not using a lot of wood. They're using a lot of stone, which is good. And there's also empty buildings that they're repurposing, like a lot of buildings that had been made out of stone that are empty now because of sad reasons that you know. So they're repurposing a lot of those buildings as well. Anyway, that's what he's doing. If you walk in, he shoos away his like assistants, and he's like, "How can I help?"
What do you know about that portal up in the closet?
The closet door?
Nope. There's an actual portal, like magic portal, that will take us places. Did you put it there?
I don't think that's true. Are you the only person who saw this, Erwin? Had you been drinking?
Yes, but we all saw it.
No and yes to those questions.
I was not aware of a magic portal in the storage room. You should probably lock the storage room. Do you know where it goes? Is it dangerous? Do I need to keep the servants out of there?
Let's keep everyone out of there.
Okay. Good. Sorry, what were we talking about? The portal. Yeah, I don't know where it came from.
All right, well, we're going to go through it. We'll see you later.
What?
Bye.
Okay.
Ezra, did you get the cold weather gear?
Yeah, I got that out of the laundry. We have it now. It's back in the bag of holding. You want to put it on before we go?
Where's your mom?
Sounds like a personal question, if you ask me. I think you don't remember that she went back. She went back to the Fey Kingdoms. She went over the mountain and she went back to the Fey Kingdoms.
But what did she say? She said she's gonna come visit with your dad.
Oh yeah, she's gonna come visit with my dad. So we should probably not be here anymore when that happens.
Okay. Fine with me. All right. Let's head up to the portal room.
Sounds good.
Wait, yeah. Where did this portal come from? That's a good question.
The portal, when you go up to the storage room, the portal is still there. And it looks exactly the same as it did last time you were there.
Ezra looks around to make sure that there's not a note anywhere, including inside Gelidus's pockets, that says who left this here or where it came from.
Sadly, you can't get into Gelidus's pockets. He's really slippery. But you don't see a note anywhere, no.
All right. Press the button.
Okay, the dwarf button?
Yep.
All right, the same scene opens before you. It looks like it's probably, early autumn there. So similar time of year to where you are now. There's no snow, but it is a little chilly. There's a little nip to the air as you pass through. I again, you have to sort of go through this bit of forest, and then you come out on this road. The kind of strange part is there's like no sign of people, even on this road. Doesn't look like this road is heavily trafficked, although it's wide enough and big enough to have been heavily trafficked at some point. The road goes kind of north-south, and it sort of goes along the ridge line of this mountain range, which comes up to your left, which is west, based on the sun. Oh, it's also a slightly different time of day here. It's slightly later in the day than when you left, which is a little disorienting. Which way will you travel, friends?
Probably uphill, right? Isn't that where, like, dwarves live in the mountains? To get into the mountains, we should probably go uphill into them.
Oh, all right. We just stereotyping now? Cool, Ezra.
Listen, if there's one group of peoples that I think it might be a little bit more acceptable to stereotype, I would put dwarves high on that list. Like, probably right at the top.
Are you stereotyping someone else's stereotypes?
That's, that's not something all, bigots and xenophobes say, but
Okay, listen, if you're the dwarf, which way do you want to go?
let's go up.
Okay. Neither one is going straight up the mountain, so north is slightly more uphill than south. So is that the way you're going to go?
Let's go north.
Okay.
Does that also orient more with, like, where the higher mountain peaks are?
The highest mountain peaks are west, which would be like straight up the mountain. So you're in the mountain range, but you're not in the middle of the mountains. Like you can see to your east, it's downhill. It goes down into like valleys and plains and stuff. When you catch a glimpse through the trees, that is. Okay. Zerwin, within probably a half an hour, everything starts to become recognizable. And you realize that you are, in fact, near where you're from. Looking at where you are, it looks like this is the road that would take you to Orengar or Orengar. That would be kind of like where the queen lives, or at least that's where she lived when you left home. It's been a while. It's one of the like strong, like it's kind of considered like a royal stronghold of dwarves. It's a small city, but it's well fortified, and a lot of important people live there. Everyone can make me... Actually, what's everyone's passive perception?
That's a big 16.
13.
Oh, 20.
Okay. Yeah, Jenna, there's very little... there's very little activity on this road. Like, there should be more footprints and wheel tracks and horse prints, and like there should be more like sign that people have been through here on a road this well carved. It's strange, and it sticks out to you.
Hey, Zerwin, is this road usually pretty busy?
Now that she says it, yeah.
It used to be. I haven't been here in a long time.
Okay, this doesn't seem right.
I put in a bypass.
Maybe they put in a bypass. Yeah, no, it's true.
Keep going. There's a. If we keep going this way, we're eventually going to reach Oringer. So we can keep
Really?
going this way for now.
Okay. Um, it's a nice day. Sun is out. It's clear. There's not a whole lot of wind. It's pretty still, which is nice. And the road's in good shape. Um, it's a dirt road. It's not paved with stones, but there is stonework over creeks and little tiny bridges that have been made that the dwarves have kept up. And then, Jana, you're the first to hear what sounds like screaming somewhere in front of you. It's really faint. And then you're like, oh, that's almost certainly the sound of fighting.
You guys hear that?
No.
I think there's fighting. There's fighting and screaming up ahead.
Oh, I wish I heard that.
We may want to push on.
So that I could help, Bill. Yeah, should we run?
Running.
Do we want
Yes,
to...
I pull my axe out and start running. Once she
I pull
points
my
out the
quarterstaff
direction.
out and start running.
Jana?
And Jana, you've spent this whole time attuning to the Ring of Solar Sight, right?
What?
Oh my
This
god, you
this
gotta
this
look at the
whole
players
couple of
only chat.
hours?
You just put that. Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Once again, Ezra's power of metagaming.
He wouldn't let us talk about it in the stream. I followed the rules. Hey, what's this fight that we're running toward?
As you sort of round a sort of bend that goes around these big sort of boulders that have fallen, and the road goes up and around them and comes back down, you see that there is a wagon that has been drawn by horses, and it has been stopped and it is attacked. It's a fortified wagon. There's 4 dead guards, clearly some sort of like escort. They're all dwarves, and there's a half a dozen figures pulling a unconscious or also dead woman like out of the window of the wagon that they've bent the bars apart of. There is now another voice screaming from inside. It's probably like a teenager or a younger kid or possibly a woman. And there is one combatant standing. It is a lone female dwarf with her back to a tree, fending off 3 of these attackers.
Do I recognize her?
You do not.
Bold
These-
of you to assume that you would recognize every dwarf.
Who are they? This is literally where I'm from. Also, who were the attackers? What do they look like?
Good question. These attackers are also dwarf sized, although each of them is a little bit taller than your average dwarf. But also, you're not quite sure, and as you're running towards them, you're like, oh no, they're stone. They're made of stone. They're stone.
Interesting.
And
Right.
roll me initiative. Everyone.
On the screen, it's a natural 20, but that's a 2. So 5.
20, dirty.
Nice.
8.
Okay. Let's roll for. I need this space. Someone want to roll for Dirk and Owen and Galdus?
I'll roll for Owen. Let's all
I
pick
can roll.
one.
For
I can roll
Dirk.
I can roll for Dirk.
Yeah, you roll for Dirk. Do you want me to roll for Gelida, or who's the last one?
Galdus.
Yeah, Gellidus.
Okay, I guess I rolled a 3.
Owen rolled.
Getting them out of the way now.
Owen rolled an 11.
I gotta check Gelidus's modifier. But it's probably not very high.
Okay, so Zerm with a 20. What's the
Dirk
next?
14.
Okay.
Gelidus gets
Owen.
+2, which I think gives him a.
What did Owen get?
Owen had an 11.
Ezra and Gelidus both have 5s. My dex is a little higher than his, though.
What's yours, Jana?
8.
Okay. As the sound of your party running close, you see the 3 that are pulling, and what you're increasingly certain is the corpse of a dwarf woman through these bars, turn and face you. Zerwin.
I will rage. And then I will reckless attack. I'll use Great Weapon Fighter, which she could do all this together, but it doesn't let me. All right. So, does a 19 hit?
It does.
Okie. So, see, 16, 18, 28 damage to, let's say, the one on the left.
Okay.
I will attack again. .24 is going to hit. And we did 27 damage to the one on the left again.
Oh, your blade, you're guessing because of its magical nature, does actually slice these things up. You lop its arm off at the elbow, and cracks begin to appear all over it, and it's sort of like moving, kind of, in its juddering motion now. It's badly damaged, very close to death.
Yoki. I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, they have. They use their fists to punch things. So, one of them's going to punch you, Zerwin. Do I hit you with a 15?
No, but they have advantage.
Yeah. But he misses on a second one because rolling that 1. And Dirk is going to take 9 points of damage. And now it's Dirk's turn. He's going to attack him with his axe. He mauls one pretty badly. And now Owen is going to get attacked, and he is missed. And now Jana is going to get attacked. Jana, do I hit you on a 20?
Yes.
14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I'm gonna use uncanny dodge.
Okay.
So 7. Right.
Does it work against all attacks?
Sorry, I'm trying to find it. Yes.
Yeah. When an attacker you can see hits you with an attack.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, we were supposed to be at full hit points by now, weren't we?
You were supposed to have a long rest, yes.
I'm sorry, Bill, did you say he swung and missed me?
Yeah.
All right.
Why?
Technically, I have repost as a reaction.
Have you used a reaction yet?
Nope.
Then riposte.
Which one hit me?
The one that you hit.
Kidoki, how does this work? When a creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use reaction to expend one spirit die to make a melee weapon attack against it. Okay. So, do I hit with a 13?
Nope.
Right.
Your axe glances off. Owen is going to smite the one that Dirk hit, and it crumples into dust. And like powders when he hits it. And Jana, you're up. 2 of the ones attacking the dwarf woman turn and attack your group now. The screaming continues from inside the wagon.
Either of the people who are turning to attack our group, they're within 5 feet of...
No.
No?
No. They're all 10-ish feet away.
Oh, okay. So they're just turning around to come punch?
Well, they'll be able to move when it's their turn, but they're just turning now.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna shoot one of them.
Did you want to use the ring first?
Yes. I will use the ring.
What ring?
Yeah, you can use that as a bonus action.
I will use my bonus action to mark one of them with the hunter's mark.
That should... Yeah.
What?
Should what?
It's a ranger toy, to be clear, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, he's not here. He can have it when he comes. I'm gonna do the hunter's mark, and then I'm gonna shoot it, and 26 to hit.
You hit.
So then only get the ordinary damage.
Have they technically taken a turn in combat yet?
I don't know. Which one are you aiming at?
One who hasn't taken a turn in combat yet.
Yeah, probably that one.
Hasn't taken a turn in combat yet.
Okay.
And then because you're an assassin, that does things.
So then does it double it? What does it do?
You can use. I think you can use your sneak attack on any character that has not gone yet. Okay. If you give me a second to look at your character sheet, I can double check on that. Okay. But it should be listed under your features. I know at this level we now have a lot of features.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking to see if I can get a sneak attack because they haven't gone yet. I don't think so.
Oh, you have advantage on any creature that hasn't taken rolls in combat yet. So you could roll again. See if you get a critical. But you're right. So no sneak attack.
No sneak attack. Okay, so 14 damage. And it's radiant damage.
Okay.
I'm not exaggerating. Every single light in my downstairs is on. I'm the only one up. Oh my
Why are
gosh.
the lights on? Okay. Is that your turn?
Mm.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. The dwarven woman, her eyes kind of like when she sees you, she gets like a look of hope. She's going to. She has a hammer, and she smashes one. And Gelidus, I mean, he's gonna cast his spell. What's the one with the fairies on it that fly around in a big circle?
Guardians, Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians, that's the one.
The dwarven woman who's backed up against the tree, does she look injured?
Uh, yes, she does. Okay. Um, and that means because he casts. Oh, Ezra, you're up.
Okay. I am going to use my bonus action to use Healing Light, and I am going to heal. Uh, did you say that there are some dwarves that are on the ground, either badly injured or dead? Also,
There are four guards on the ground, and then there is a kind of well-dressed dwarf that was dwarven man who was clearly pulled through this window. Like these bars were bent apart, and his body is not meant to fit through that window.
yeah. So he looks real bad off. Okay. I'll heal the dwarven woman since she's the only one that I feel confident is actually alive at the moment. So that's 2d6.
She's not
She
alive.
heals. So sorry, the one against the tree.
Yes, she's alive.
Yeah, that's the one who since
Okay.
she's the one who's conscious but injured, she heals 6 hit points, and then I'm going to um, try to hit one of these enemies with a sorcerer's burst. We're gonna try thunder damage and see how that goes.
Are you going to try to hit the one that Zerwin hit, or the one that Jana hit, or the one that the dwarven woman hit?
Is there one that I think probably the one that the dwarven woman hit, since that's the one closest to her.
Okay.
And I think my friends are very strong and capable.
Okay.
Does a 13 hit? Probably not.
No.
Thunderous energy reverberates off of its carapace, doing nothing.
Okay. Is that you?
Yeah, and then I will move 25 feet away to make sure that none of these things can charge at me and pummel me with their fists.
One's going to swing with
And
the
then
dwarven woman, and he misses. One's going to swing at Zerwin. Zerwin, do I hit you on a 20?
Yeah.
Okay, you take 11 bludgeoning damage.
I take half because I'm raging.
Okay.
So is that 5 or 6?
6. Jana, they're really swinging for you. Do I hit you on an 18, Jana?
Yes.
16 damage.
Okay. Is it still the same round? The So I can't use the.
Well, now it's the beginning of the round.
Okay.
Zerwin.
So how many are left standing in front of me? 2?
No, there's 4 in front of you guys now. One's dead. One's very badly wounded. The dwarven woman is fighting one. 2 moved over. One looks uninjured.
All right, I'll hit the one who's badly injured, or I'll swing at them. At least.
Okay.
Okay, with reckless attack. Do I hit with a 14?
You do not.
Okay. Swing again. That's a nat 20.
You want to switch targets?
Sure. Well, yes, please. I'll do the one standing next to the one who's badly injured.
Okay.
Let's see. So 15, 17, 27 damage.
On a nat 20, only 27 damage.
Let's see, 2d10 plus 7. Yeah, I rolled 8. I rolled 2 4s. And then because I landed a crit, I get to attack again. I assume I hit with a 23.
Yep.
And we'll do 23 damage to the injured one.
You dust it. It kind of goes like, if you took a piece of like chalk, right, and you like smashed it and held it in your hand and let go, like all those pieces kind of, there's some dust and there's these pieces and they kind of fly over the place. Or like took a piece of drywall.
That's what
Right.
I did. I grabbed him and drew a circle and a triangle on the ground and then let it blow away in my hand.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The other one actually also dusts because it was down to 1 hit point and it failed its check. So, well, actually, it's Dirk. Dirk rolls a nat 1. Moving on. Owen.
He
Owens.
does get a second attack.
Who, Dirk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I rolled it.
Oh, cool.
He didn't hit with either. Owen gets a nat 20.
Oh, he's got to use a smite then.
Yeah,
because
he
that
is.
doubles that too.
Yep. I need to see what he's going to sink into that smite. Oh, he only has the 1. Okay. $37 damage for Owen. And he's going to attack again. I rolled an 18. Okay. Owen smash. Another one of these guys dusts. And Jana.
Yep.
There's one that looks pretty well off, and there's the one that's attacking the dwarven woman, and those are the only 2 left.
Attack the rich one.
I'm gonna shoot the one who's attacking the dwarven woman.
Okay. You do get sneak attack for this one.
Okay. 16 to hit.
You do not hit. Do you only get one attack?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how the dwarven woman does. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, She-Ash is the one in front of her. There's only one left. It does not even look bothered. It turns and... Zerwin, I don't hit you on a 15, do I?
No. Is that with advantage?
That's with advantage.
No, you don't. I'm going to spend another superiority die and take another crack at these guys.
There's only one left.
Good lord. I missed.
Okay. Geldis' spell takes effect.
Just fucking wasting these dice.
Okay, Ezra.
All right, Ezra will try the Sorcerer's Burst thing again. All right, so how does a 16 do?
It does well, but not well enough to do damage.
Okay. I will use sorcery points to do the same thing with my bonus action to quicken another cantrip. How does a natural 20 do?
It's terrible. It misses. Sorry.
Yep. All right. So this is thunder damage, 66. Oh, I didn't get any sixes, which is unfortunate. A 15 total damage. And again, it's thunder damage.
I like that you thought of thunder damage to hurt these guys with. Unfortunately, yeah, it's nothing special.
Well, I figured it was the least likely to be resisted based on what I had available.
Yep.
Like, psychic damage, they're rocks.
Yeah.
Fire damage, they're rocks.
Zerwin.
Oh, I'm up again?
Yep.
This guy's in trouble.
He doesn't have any. You can see that they are all individual faces. They're not all the same. They look like individuals. They were like their clothes were carved out of stone, right? They looked like people, just made of stone.
I miss on my first attack. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit. Tie goes to the attacker.
So that'll be 14, 24 damage.
That was the last one dies, Erwin.
He died? Oh, how does it die?
I mean, it bursts into ash, but where do you smash it?
Oh, I drop my axe on the ground and I box its ears and just explode it into a cloud of dust.
Very good.
Obviously.
Yeah, should have seen that coming. There is a stillness after the fight when the screaming inside the wagon stops. The dwarven woman who was being pulled out is half in, half out, and you hear a like soft sobbing from inside the wagon. The dwarven woman. Oh, my God. How have I not shared her photo yet? Or her picture? The dwarven woman, breathing kind of heavily, looks up at you. Thank you. Who are you? What are you doing out here?
We go by many names. Some call us the Spicy Oranges. Some call us the Tomato Wolves. You may call us allies out of necessity.
Yes, yes, of course. Thank you. Thank you for intervening when you did. I thought I was dead. Sorry.
We
My name is Brusare. Brusare Shadowmaw.
It's a wonderful name. My name is Ezra Briarhip. These are my
Does
colleagues,
does
Zerwin,
Shadow
Jana.
does Shadow Mall ring a bell to me? Do I know that family name?
No. Actually, you don't. Um, you can make me a history check.
I would love to.
While he's doing that,
4.
let's check the ones on the ground and see which ones are alive and which ones maybe are not.
They're all dead.
That's a shame.
What were those things?
The stone soldiers. Are you? You're travelers here, and you don't know about the stone. How did you come here?
Been home in a long time.
Did you say home?
Yes.
You're from here,
Yes.
and you don't know about the stone soldiers? How long have you been gone for?
I can't remember. It's been a long time.
Just so we can make it a sort of point of story center, so we can like really nail this character backstory point down. How long do you want Zerwin to have been gone for?
Probably. Let's see. I stole it when I was. Let's say 15 years.
15 years, okay.
Um, 15 years, at least.
We can make it 15 years. You got it.
I'll tell. What'd you say her name was? Soria?
Oh, Broussard? Or Broussard?
Broussard.
Probably just Broussard.
Broussard. I tell her about 15 years.
15. Welcome back. Oh, you got the letter from Lord General Ironhand. You've returned, and you've brought friends, capable ones. You are going to be most welcome.
You know me?
What?
Do you know who I am?
No, but I know the letters were sent out. Everyone knows the letters were sent out.
Yes. How many got sent out?
Hundreds or thousands, at least.
Have anybody else returned?
Well, we just sent them out a few weeks ago, so you're the first. I was out riding to find inbound potential soldiers, and instead I found this wagon being attacked. Now the sobbing from inside is getting a little louder.
Owen, can you check those guys out?
Sure, I'm a paladin.
Dirk, you stay out here. Talk to the horses or something.
Owen says, "There's a lock on this door. Jana, can you open it?"
Sure.
Broussard, is it all right if we open the wagon? These aren't prisoners or anything that are inside, are they?
I have no idea, but I would seriously doubt it. Look at the way they're dressed.
So
They're dressed like wealthy people.
Could you give me a quick rundown on these stone soldiers?
I don't know if I could do it quickly. They're the threat to the realm right now. It's kind of a long story. Do you not know about the Battle of Deadstone? No, you've been gone for 15 years. There is a lot to catch you up on. Okay, She looks around. We need to either burn these bodies or put them in the wagon and drive them back. We can't leave the bodies. They'll become stone soldiers.
What do
She
you
looks
think we
up.
should do?
I think we should drive the wagon back.
Good,
I
because we're
wanna-
really bad at burning bodies.
I want to check the check for traps on the lock. 17.
Go ahead.
17.
You do not detect any traps in this lock.
All right, I'm gonna try to open it.
You do not detect any traps on this lock.
14 to open.
Yeah, you can actually pick the lock. The door, Owen says, "Stand back," and he opens the door with his sword out and ready to see what's inside. And then he puts his sword away really quickly, and he says, "Hey, it's okay, it's okay." And there is a young dwarven girl there, maybe 10 to 12-ish, and she's clinging onto the legs of the woman who had been yanked through the bars and crying.
Oh, and does she need healing?
Oh, she is unharmed.
The one being pulled through the bars is unharmed?
Oh no, she's dead. That's not a dwarf-sized hole that they were forced through. This woman's neck has clearly been broken, and so are both of her shoulders potentially. Broussard kind of shoulders past Owen, and she bends down and starts speaking to the girl in Dwarvish, which everyone understands. Does anybody else here speak Dwarvish? She says, "Hush now, hush. It's okay. You're safe."
Ezra doesn't speak Dwarvish. He's out here stereotyping.
Doesn't even speak Dwarvish. She basically tries to calm the girl, and the girl is kind of going into a catatonic sort of phase. But she turns to you all and says, "Okay, the bodies, put them on." And she points to the roof of the wagon. And is anybody here good with horses?
Dirk,
my man.
Of course I'm good with horses, he says, and he goes and starts talking to the horses. "Hey, where'd you guys come from? Where are you headed now? Can we go? Okay, yeah, good. No, can we go back that way?" "Well, yeah, obviously you don't want to go. Yeah, the stone things. Yeah, okay, good. So I'll just hop on. Okay, you know the way. Of course you do. Take me there." So it looks like assuming that you all start getting in the wagon, or
sure.
Yes.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, you guys want a free wagon ride? Hello, guys, wagon ride.
Yeah, they're gonna take us right to the city. Then we don't even have to worry about finding it.
It's good too because the road only goes one direction from here, besides the direction you just came. So there's that.
Zerwin, can you tell us anything about what we're walking into? What's this city like? Any social faux pas that we need to avoid? Anybody that we should watch out for? What's the,
I'm not the best one to ask about social faux pas, as I was excommunicated.
You deserted.
Sort of. I deserted the army. I was told to leave when I stole the toad.
You were told to leave your clan, but you deserted from the army. You're a real pariah.
Yeah.
So you stole the toad and then lost it later, and then decided to try to find it so that you could go back?
Yeah. Let's remember the toad has a name.
Matilda.
It is sacred.
It's in our basement?
Yes.
Wait, why did you steal a toad?
Yeah, I feel like I missed that part of the story.
I didn't technically. I never told you guys. I didn't
No.
technically steal it. I lost it
Was
in a bet.
okay.
Brusari says you lost your family's sacred toad in a gambling debt.
Yeah.
Ouch! No wonder you've been gone for 15 years.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you
Thanks,
find
guys,
it?
for bringing that up. Yeah, but I can't get to her right now. So
Oh,
she's safe. She's safe. She's got a new friend. She's got a giant for a friend.
oh,
Yeah.
a giant. Her hand
Yes.
goes to her hammer.
It's a classic my cave toad lives in Canada situation right now.
Yes. He's an ally of ours, but he's not here either. He's
Do you have a giant for an ally?
yeah.
I would
Troll.
not. I would, and a troll. Those are not things that I would say inside this city ever.
Zerwin, to keep from
To know.
generalizing, do dwarves tend to feel any particular way about giants or trolls?
The dwarves where you're from really don't like giants because giants and orcs and the non-human invasion consisted of a lot of things like giants and orcs.
All right, so
We
won't.
don't, and we don't. This isn't where Borgel's from, right?
I mean, you don't know, but maybe.
He tried to describe it to us, and he was very vague because he's dumb. Okay.
Zerwin's traveled so much now that he's very different. But if you think back to your early days of soldiering, the bad guys are orcs and giants.
Yeah. Yeah. So I tell Broussard, yeah, noted. Yeah, we'll keep that to ourselves. But just so you know, in case you ever meet him, he is an ally. He's a friend of ours. Not all giants are bad.
Yes, they are.
All the ones you know. I get that. But
My cousin was slain by a giant.
I understand. Not this giant.
No, I slew that giant.
Good for you.
She nods.
You married?
What? No.
Nothing. Let's go.
Zerwin's flirt skill drops by 1 point. Which brings it to 1.
So,
Okay.
I do want to ask you though, who's in charge right now?
Okay. All right, so 15 years. Okay. Well, you remember Queen Gemtooth. That's who you remember then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 15 years ago, I was young. I was a teenager. So Queen Gemtooth III, were you here for the battles against the non-humans, the last invasion of the non-humans? The answer is yes, those are the last battles. That's why you were in the army, to fight the last non-human battles. But you guys had pretty much cleaned them up when you left.
Yeah, but it was pretty much over when I left last.
Right, that tracks. That was about 15 years ago. Well, after that, Queen Gemtooth ruled for many prosperous years of peace. Things were good. We developed trade routes. We united the clans. We fortified our cities. We, built tunnels underground. We have our mining operations up. We have good farms and good orchards. For years, this was, my youth. It was happy times. Things were good. Even the humans down in Sterich began to look at us as partners and development. And then the disaster. Oh, you don't know about the disaster. Queen Gemtooth and basically her entire extended family were on a winter hunting trip, which they did every year. It was relatively safe. Sometimes someone got gored by a boar or mauled by a bear, but that's just
Classic.
yeah, exactly. It's par for the course. But they disappeared without a trace. Just gone. all of them, and all the royal guards. There was almost 60 in total. Just poof, gone. Upon her disappearance, there was a power vacuum. One of the queen's sisters and her brother started a sort of war to see who would assume the throne. That went on through a series of skirmishes until the Battle of Deadstone, which Battle of Deadstone. There's one survivor of the Battle of Deadstone, and his recounting is all we have to go on. The battle of pitting, brother against brother and sister against sister, as the two title claimants fought, the skirmishes had elevated to the point where there was going to be a real first pitched battle. Both claimants fighting personally on the front lines to determine who would be the next ruler. And they were in the thick of their battle when they were taken by surprise by an army of 60 to 100 stone soldiers and a gorgon. Do you know what a gorgon is?
I don't. Would I have seen a gorgon? I probably have not. Right?
No,
We haven't fought one yet.
you haven't. But Zerwin's traveled a lot. He's one of the
I've
people.
I've heard of them, but I didn't know they were even real.
Oh, this one's real. The entire army was turned to stone or killed. The ones that were turned to stone on the battlefield are still there. There's a veritable graveyard of statues. But the ones that were killed were raised again as stone soldiers. Hundreds, maybe thousands. Those skirmishes and that battle severely depleted our army. And suddenly we were being attacked, raided at night, farms burned, people kidnapped, disappearing, and then returning again as the stone soldiers. Deadstone was a disaster. More than 2,500 dwarves of our clans and cities just gone in one night. And just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, finally Cavemore came forward. Quentin Cavemore. He had been a minor advisor to Gemtooth, but he supposedly located a cousin of the queen, a distant relative, by tracing the genealogy. Which is great, but the problem is that the cousin is currently 5 years old. So Gemtooth agreed to rule in this person's stead as the regent, while keeping the young boy safe until it was his turn to lead. That was 2 years ago. Since then, General Ironhand has fortified the city, and we've been playing defense. Trade has all but dried up. Our farms are diminished. They don't burn the orchards and they don't loot the crops, but anyone who's caught outside the city will be, at best, turned into a statue, and at worst, converted into a stone soldier.
Where are the stone soldiers coming from? Like, are they patrolling? We haven't seen anybody else except for the ones we just killed.
They come from everywhere and nowhere. We can't figure out their patterns or where they are. Cavemore has basically commanded that everyone stay within the city walls except for those sanctioned to leave. I am a scout for the Broken Stone Brigades. Surely you remember them. If you got the letter, you will remember.
Yeah.
Well, Ironhand is still in charge. You figure, Zerwin, that now Ironhand has to be close to 80. maybe 90. You remember him. He's been general for a long time. He was a soldier, nothing special, but good enough to lead the armies. And he's got a lot of combat experience.
How are they feeding people?
Well, we still have our farms. The farms stand. The stone soldiers don't mess with them. And then we have underground farms as well. We eat a lot of potatoes, and a lot of mushrooms.
But you can't harvest the above ground farms, right? Because
That's
turn soldiers.
So harvesting, like tending the crops and harvesting the crops is the problem, and it gets harder every. This is only the third year, but it's starting to be hungry. People are starting to get hungry. We still have our goats and our sheep. They do okay because their stone soldiers don't bother them. The problem is protecting them from natural predators now is getting harder and harder. There's been, thankfully, there's been a lot of training of our war dogs have been repurposed to no longer fight, but instead just to guard the livestock all day and all night. We slip out to feed the dogs and tend them, but otherwise those flocks are guarded entirely by the war dogs. We call them the shepherds now.
Do we know where the Gorgon is now?
No one's seen the Gorgon in at least 6 months. She has a name though. It's Sama. That's Sammah.
What's that mean?
That's just her name.
And tell me about Cave Toe.
Cavemore.
Cavemore?
Quentin Cavemore.
Yeah. What's his story?
We're
doing this while we're traveling, right? We're moving while we're walking, talking here? Okay.
Yeah. Cavemore was a minor advisor in the Queen's court. Honestly, nobody knew him. But when he found the cousin and he had the proof of the papers, he was hailed as a savior. And since then, he's become unofficial regent.
How long was he on the court for? How long was he advisor for?
Oh, quite a long time. I honestly don't know. Not much is known about his time before, or at least it's not something that I know.
Who's the resident historian in Oringer?
Oh, there's plenty of historians. There's still the library.
God, I hate the fucking library.
Bad experience in a library?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Well, you fought bravely, all of you. I had resigned myself to death when I came across this wagon. Thought my days were over.
And the only survivor in the wagon is the 6-year-old girl?
She's 10 to 12, but yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
She's very well dressed. This is a lot of money in this wagon. And there is actually, Dirk says, hey, there's a chest up here. There's money in it. Guys, there's a lot of money in it.
Leave it alone, Dirk.
Okay. Well, let's. Why don't we get back and talk to Iron Hand?
Oh, you'll have a hard time getting to see Iron Hand, but if you go, when we get there, I'll tell them what happened and that you've returned, and they'll give you 24 hours to register at the barracks. Do you have coin of your own?
Yes.
Then you could rent a room.
We'll likely do that. Also, what would it take to get him to see Quentin Cave Mall?
I wouldn't know. I'm just an outrider.
You're a hell of an outrider. You can
Well,
fight with us anytime.
thank you. Your arrival was well timed. I'm in your debt. Perhaps a drink sometime, so I can repay you.
Sure.
And your friends. Can I meet you?
I'm Ezra. Jana.
That's Jana. That's
She's,
Owen.
she's quiet. She keeps quiet.
That's Owen. He's a paladin. He'll let you know.
He's quite tall.
Handsome
Yes.
too, right?
And handsome.
My oh my.
If you go for that sort of thing, and the
dragon
thing that's driving the lizard, is it? I'm not a lizard.
That's Dirk. He's a dragonborn. Sensitive about that.
Yeah, he's got strong opinions.
There aren't dragonborn in your homeland, so
Yeah.
it might be a thing.
And then that little guy's Gelidus.
Hi, says Gelidus. Oh, hello, she says. Although Gelidus is actually not that. Azra's the smallest.
Yeah. So what? Gelidus is what? My height? Probably a little smaller than me. So I'm a big dwarf.
Yeah, I mean, so Kender are like between halfling and elf size. I mean, they're literally a mix between like halflings and elves.
Walking speed is 30 feet, so he's technically medium-sized, right? So he might even be a little taller than you. Well, no, you're tall for a dwarf.
He's like freakishly tall for a dwarf, which is something that everyone has said who's met him until I got tired of saying it out loud because nobody cared.
Yep. All right. How long is it going to take to get back to Ringer from here?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we can. You're done. If you're done asking questions, we can just put you there. We don't have to roleplay the whole
Well,
thing.
I'm saying, is it enough to get a short rest?
Oh yeah. You can all take a short rest, for sure.
There you go, Ezra.
I don't need one now.
Go, Dirk. Dirk, you're driving a wagon, as you're wont to do, from time to time.
We're driving a wagon.
You're driving the wagon.
Okay. I'm driving it. That's a hell of a way to arrive. I'm driving the wagon.
You've spoken to the horses.
It happens to you more often than it should.
I concur. I should not be driving.
We just saved a little girl from a bunch of stone dwarves.
I should not be doing that either.
Well, we should have done that. We saved them.
Oh, okay.
We're riding back to a dwarf city, my homeland.
You just met this woman who helped you, or who you saved also, but she was helping fight the stone soldiers.
Is anybody here a bear?
No.
Fortunately,
okay.
No.
Just checking.
I did have Dirk talk to the horses. The horses, I won't do the whole roleplay over again, but they were very upset about being attacked by the stone soldiers, and they very much wanted to go home and eat hay, and so they were like, we will take you there as fast as we can. You don't even have to steer. Then also you found a chest on top of the wagon, and you told everyone about it, and you looked inside, and there was like money and like pictures and like things in there from the dead family that was in the wagon, of which only the good little girl survived.
Do the horses have accents? I'm sure they do.
Yes, they do. They have thick
like
dwarvish accents.
Hey, I'm riding here.
No. It's more like they're more like a Scottish accent. Sometimes Irish.
I'm mid-canter. Come on.
Okay.
I like watching Duncan be like, stop. No more recap. Can we go on?
And we did just take a short rest. I think you were here when Bill said that, but
You probably didn't need one.
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know if like your talk to animals resets on a short rest or something.
Um, the city's entrance. Hold on a second. Come on. The city's entrance looks much the same, and you can see the road, right, as it sort of winds up. The city's entrance looks much the same as it always has.
This is where I would have been based out of when I was in the army, right?
This is where you would have gone for training, but no, they would have deployed you elsewhere. So this is where you did like your training, your boot camp, so to speak. And you can see how the road in this picture, when it's busy, you can see like the cobblestones and like the wear and tear. This is what it looks like, except now. Hold on, let me pull this up here. This part here is all blocked off with a solid stone wall that has two large reinforced steel gates. There are all these places here are inaccessible, but they've been blocked off anyway. This part here has a couple of big ballistae in it. There's ballistae up here, and it's just prickling with soldiers and walls and like ways to shoot things. And there's no one on the road. These stairs have a ramp on the other side that you can't see, and that's where wagons and things can sort of drive up. That ramp has been blocked off by a series of barricades that when you pull up and the guards hail you from the city gates, it is like a city under siege. You see that the stone wall is fine, but the gates have been hammered repeatedly. They're still sturdy and they look like they've been repaired probably in the past couple days. But these things have seen some battering.
So I asked Bursar. Is that how you pronounce it? Bursar?
Broussard.
Bursar. Are the stone dwarves attacking the city, or are they just
Yes,
attacking people who leave the city?
both. There are raids against the city every couple of weeks. They're just testing, trying to find ways in. And there's different types of them.
I was going to say, do they have some sort of leadership structure?
Well, they're not smart. They seem to have something kind of like programmed in ahead of time, and when they get here, they do that thing, and if it doesn't work, they either leave or they die. We destroy them. They're very tough. The ones that we just fought on the road are the weakest kind, and they are still very tough. They don't take much damage from anything. You got to hit them a lot, and it's hard.
I'll do that.
You did, actually. You smashed one with your axe pretty good.
I do that.
Okay. The guards hail you. And when Broussard explains that you are she's basically like a little excited. She's like, someone has got the letters and has returned home, a soldier. And the guards at the gate, like literally you can see like smiles appear on their faces. And it looks like they haven't smiled in a long time. They look tired. They look like they've pulled long shifts and seen a lot of shit. And there's there isn't cheering, but there's a real like uplifting feeling when they remove the barricades and you drive the wagon back in. But then they see the wagon and their faces fall again. They didn't make it. They just left a couple hours ago. Well, they left this morning. It's a shame. One of the captains of the guard comes down and says, thank you for bringing this back. We will take them and bury them in their family plot.
Where were they going?
They were going away. They had enough money to leave and hire guards and build this wagon.
Where is safe?
Oh, way down in the valleys, where the humans live. As far as we know, the stone soldiers don't go down there.
If we sent word to the humans?
Yes, we've sent pleas for help. We don't know if they're received or answered, or maybe they've sent troops up here and have never returned. We're almost completely cut off, and we have been for almost 3 years. I would like to draw your attention to Owlbear Rodeo. Where you will see the Undercity of Orangar, or Orangar. Oh, how should we say this? Orangar? Orangar? I like Orangar. Orangar?
Orangor? Whatever. It's your world.
Yeah, this was a free map, but I loved it a lot, so I used it.
Thanks, Daniel.
Yeah, he's great. I subscribed and followed his page. Zerwin, you want to share it for us?
Yep, I'm getting it pulled up here. Okay.
So the city of Orangor that you're going to see here. There it is. So what you're seeing here is the city proper. There is a space between the gates and the city proper, which is a massive sort of cave that sort of naturally occurred. That is right now. It gets light from the windows, so they grow some crops in there. But right now, it is packed full of tents, as is that sort of space in front of you. You can also make your. This map is to scale, so you can shrink down your tokens to each one of those squares is 10-foot square. So yeah, there you go. Something more like Zerwin's size.
Can I make my tag smaller?
I don't know. This city, Zerwin would be able to tell you, is the heart of the dwarven leadership. It's a wealthy city, or at least it used to be, and it's also where all of the training for the soldiers used to be done. You can see those. I'm going to point out these stone pillars. Those stone pillars go all the way to the ceiling, which is probably 150 to 200 feet above you. And around those stone pillars are these crystal formations of these purple, pink crystals and gems. So when you know that those gems actually grow and they are harvested, and it only takes about 25 years for those gems to grow to a harvestable size. It's what basically has funded the dwarven, the construction of this dwarven city, selling those super valuable gems every 25 years to the entire rest of the world. This is the only place where they grow that people know of.
What are they used for? Do I know that?
They're just pretty, as far as you know. They're rare, and scarcity creates value. This is the only place in the world where they come from. And they glow in the dark, which is also nice. So people use them in wealthy people use them in sconces and things like that.
Are they protected in any way?
Oh yes, you can't touch them or hurt them at all. It's a stiff penalty if you do.
Are there active guards?
No, people really respect them. This is the livelihood of the dwarves. Nobody fucks with them.
Yep.
They're also tough, right? I mean, they're crystal. You wouldn't fall on one and break it. You'd fall on one and cut your arm open, right? But no, if you took a hammer to one, it would be each one of them. Each one, when they harvest them, is the size of an apple. and each one of those is worth between 5 and 25,000 gold pieces, depending on the quality. So yeah, it's a lot. If you zoom out a little bit, you'll see some things I want to point out to you that Zerwin can help establish. So there's an arena. It's got the number 2 on it there. That arena, the last time you were here, every day during the week, soldiers drill there, soldiers practice there. It's where most of the boot camp takes place. But at the end of the week, when work is done, there are games which involve fighting. Not quite like gladiators because people don't die, but they beat the shit out of each other with blunt weapons. There's healers nearby. A lot of like combat skills games are done there. You don't know if they still exist or not. In the back, where the number 1 is, sort of at the top of your screen, that's the palace. It's named after some ancient king who supposedly founded this place. You're not sure. Orangor. It's less of a palace and more of a fortified castle. When you walk in immediately, the first thing that you see besides the houses on this main thoroughfare are Inger's Jewelry, which is number 4, and the Firebeard Tavern, which is number 3.
And is that an
Ingrid's-
inn, or is that just a tavern?
It's just a tavern. Most dwarves cities don't mix inns and taverns for lots of really obvious reasons. People wouldn't get much sleep. Inger's Jewelry is famous. It's been around for as long as you know. It's the only place in the world where you can buy the sort of chip-offs of those little glowing gems. And, people around here will put them, they'll save up and they'll buy a bunch of them and they'll put them in these little glass tubes, and each house will have one. Again, this is a wealthy city where a lot of the wealthy people lived. It also sells things like rings and potions and wands and necklaces and magic jewelry. Yeah. And then the Firebeard Tavern is just a massive drinking hall that you remember from your youth being not a place that soldiers were encouraged to go. It was where the officers went. It was where the important people went, and the soldiers were not allowed to drink there. But now, when you walk in, it is quiet. Like, you think there's people in there, but it does not sound like a dwarven tavern from the outside. In fact, everything's a lot more quiet, and everything's a lot more crowded. There are tents in every open space, which is pretty different. What say you, friends?
Well, Zerwin, this place is quite astonishing.
It is, like, you can sort of see, like, it's pretty beautiful, and those pink, purple, glowing lights really light up the whole city, especially the big ones that spawn the smaller crystals on the pillars. They put off quite a bit of light. You're up on that sort of raised platform. You can see there's stairs, big, long stairs in front of you, so where you are when you first walk in, you can see most of the city. Every single building in here is at least 2 stories. Some of them are 4 or 5 stories tall. These dwarves like to build up.
Well,
I want one of those pink rocks.
yeah, don't touch those.
I'm not gonna. I mean, I might touch it.
Get fined and probably end up in jail. I don't have any sway here yet.
I don't need sway, and I can literally walk through jails. Can I have a pink rock?
Not yet. I bet we could get one later, though.
All right, fine. I want one.
We did just get here. Maybe we should attempt to endear ourselves to the local populace a little bit more before we. Ezra
I
looks
didn't
around to make sure none of the locals are listening. Steal from them?
I don't think we need to steal one. I think we'll be able to get one.
Yeah, no, seriously, like how little do you think of me that you think I'm just gonna steal one of those pink rocks? I'm gonna pay for it. There's a store around here, I'm sure. Jesus.
Dirk, you
Yeah,
can
those
see a
things
store
are-
in front of you.
Walking through jails.
Also,
That's all.
Dirk, one of those rocks is like 25,000 gold.
25,000?
Yeah.
Ezra, how much
Super
gold do you
rare.
have?
Ezra checks his pocketbook. Dirk, we'll keep it in mind, right?
Bill,
Probably not that much.
Have we seen any gems that look like this in our travels in this campaign yet?
No.
Okay. Like there's not one of these on the crown of Dwarven Kings or anything like that, right?
No.
None in like my axe or anything.
Nope.
Okay.
None in my axe?
Nope.
In
You
my
check-
axe?
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
something glowing in my axe?
It's in my axe. Okay. So, oh god, no, definitely not. You know that these gems are in your world, but you're not sure why you've never seen any anywhere else. I mean, the dwarves have been selling them for hundreds of years. It's totally possible they could have proliferated to other places, but no.
Okay. Why don't we go get a room, guys?
The Gloom Alley Inn. It's got the number 8 on it. It's sort of to the top right of your screen. Yeah. You have to walk by the arena to get there. The arena does have soldiers drilling in it right now. I mean, the arena is probably 100 feet to ish across on the inside. Go ahead.
I can't remember. I mean, my character would probably remember. Do they post like a schedule of the games for after work?
They used to. There is nothing on this arena board now.
Yeah.
But you do hear soldiers drilling inside.
And what time of day is it?
It's afternoon, probably mid to late afternoon. Maybe like 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., somewhere in that range.
Yeah, why don't we go to the inn? Because my guess is we probably won't even be able to get a room. It's packed in here. Like, people are sleeping in tents.
Yeah. You know your way around, right, Zerwin? You can lead us there.
Yes.
How's it feel to be home?
I don't know yet. It doesn't feel like home right now. Pretty weird in here.
Yeah, you've been away long enough that it.
It's just this isn't what the vibe in here is not the same.
Yeah, that makes sense with it having been 15 years.
Yeah, and with the stone dwarves, who seem like real dicks.
Well, but they're no match for us.
We can outdick them.
Yeah, there you go.
I had an opportunity to step in with some story there, and I didn't, and I regret it now.
Let's go to the inn.
Yeah, so the Gloom Alley Inn is quite large. It's a big building. Inside is, when you first walk in, you see this woman. she's not in that pose when you walk in, but she's at the front, behind the desk, behind the counter. Um, uh, Hello. Welcome. Oh, are you? You are not from here.
Yes, I am he.
Sorry.
Zerwin, do you recognize this one?
She was talking to me.
But no, I don't think I do recognize her, do I?
No, you don't. I'm so sorry. We haven't had guests here. Come in, please. Are you looking for a room?
A couple rooms if you've got them.
uh, no. Um, I've got one room that opened up this morning when the silversmiths left.
Okay.
They'd been here. They've been renting that room for almost 2 years. It's incredible. Your timing is incredible. They hired a wagon and drove out this morning. But I've finished cleaning it, and I haven't even posted that there's a room available yet. I'm sorry. My name is Jardre Hillhart. Zerwin, you can make a history roll on that name.
Why?
You don't have to. I said you can.
I will. I'm just gonna fail it.
Can you give me the last name one more time?
Hillhart.
Hillhart. I rolled a 13.
That name does actually sound familiar to you. It rings a bell somewhere in your distant memory.
Yeah. Okay. We'll take the room. Sorry, Bill. Remind me Where did the little girl go? Did she go with
Yeah.
Broussard?
Yes. Actually, she brought them to the guards, and the guards took the girl. They said they would take care of the family and her.
Yeah, we'll take that room.
Okay.
Are we all gonna fit in there? I'm Zerwin. That's Ezra.
I'm Ezra.
Dirk is the
That's Dirk.
Dragonborn. Jana is the quiet girl.
Mm.
Owen is the tall drink of water.
Oh, it'll be a little tight, but there's been a family of 3 living in there for a long time, so you'll have to make do. It's the only accommodations we have. It's a nice room. Please follow me. Um, she leads you up the stairs. This again, this inn is very large and it's very nice. It has ornate wood railings, like stone carvings, big windows, carpets, lush carpets. Um, and as you sort of go up, the stairs are right behind the main desk, but you see there's like a dining room, and there's people there, and they're kind of quietly eating. Um, you don't have to make a perception roll to see that all of the people in there are wealthy people. Um, uh, Other than that, this was a place that definitely there's a lot of inlaid silver and a lot of these like gems and the sconces, the purple pink gems. I should probably come up with a name for those types of gems. I should have thought of that as lore before I just gave it. But anyway, I'll think of it next time we use it. And then she brings you up to just on the second floor, but there's a big room. It's like a sort of like a suite. There's like a bedroom area, and then there's like a little common room sort of area surrounded by like a half wall that doesn't quite meet. And it looks like they were using like the common room area as the little girl's bedroom, and then there was the master bedroom where the couple was staying. But it's all been sort of cleaned out now. But there's only. She's like, I'm gonna have to get some more beds put in here. How long will you be staying?
Well, I got a letter to report back for the army, so I won't be probably here very long. But my friends might want to stay here for a while.
Okay. So I have been charging by the month. Would you like 1 month's rent?
How much is it?
Well, for this room, 1 month will be 50 gold. But that comes with clean sheets and bedding. It comes with a laundry service. But I unfortunately have to charge extra for food right now. Food is tight. So,
You'll take it.
oh, okay, great.
I give her 50 gold.
Did you say you got one of the letters?
Sure did.
You've returned. One of the soldiers has returned.
I am.
That's wonderful, she says. That's great news. Do you think there'll be more? Did you know more? Are there more
I have
coming
no
behind
idea.
you? You brought your friends with you. That's
Well,
excellent.
I haven't seen a dwarf from home in 15 years or so.
The Broken Stone Brigades are stretched thin, Zerwin. They need every hand they can get.
Well, I've got 2.
Indeed. Okay. You get the room. You guys can sort of settle in a little bit. Boop. Inside, like once you like sort of like get your stuff all sorted, you can go down and check out if you want what the dining room is like, or you can go elsewhere in the city. It is a very sort of like what strikes you, Zerwin, is how different it was than when you trained here. This was like a bustling city of young, fresh soldiers and the upper aristocracy and officers. And, you know, when you were a young, fresh soldier, you were like, this is it. Like, this is the pinnacle of Dwarven society. This is what it means to have succeeded. And if I fight hard and fight long and rise up through the ranks, like, I can live here someday as an officer, as a high-ranking officer. And now it just seems like it's still beautiful, but there's like no kids in the streets. There's like, you know, it's very different. And
Somber and hushed.
yeah, but also you've noticed for the first time as you sort of look out the windows that there are patrolling guards, but they're all wearing a gray armband and they're walking in pairs. And they're not marked with the Stone Brigade. They have a different kind of mark.
Can did we notice this when we were walking in, or are we out walking around noticing this now?
You actually just saw it through one of the windows, but you can go outside if you want.
Well, no. Can I ask? I don't. How did you pronounce your name? Drujar?
Jardra. I think I'm close.
Jardra, yes.
Jardra. I ask her, where's the stone? What you call it? Stone what? What was I?
Broken Stone Brigades.
Yeah. What is that? That's not the insignia for the Broken Stone Brigade. What is that?
Oh, yes. Those are Cave Moors.
Yeah.
Those are Cave Moors' private security. They keep the peace.
How well do they keep the peace?
Oh, they keep it quite well, I suppose.
Have there been issues with public outcry?
Not in almost 2 years.
I assume they are pretty heavy-handed.
You consume correctly.
Can't wait to get in a fight with a couple of those, Dirk.
I'll do it. I'll do it right now.
I'm not asking you to. You're not going to be able to help yourself.
And it wasn't a challenge.
I don't get it. I don't just start fights. I sometimes hate people openly, but I don't start fights.
You heard it here first, folks. Dirk does not start fights.
I don't start fights.
So it
I
sounds
hate
like
them
maybe you've gone
openly
through
and they
some
start.
recent character development, is what you're saying.
Look, if I tell somebody I hate them openly and they try to punch me, that's on them.
We'll keep working on that.
I feel like people need to work on accountability structures.
Jar Jar says, "Is there anything else I can help you with? The kitchen is stocked. I'm sorry about the prices. They are what I have to make them. Um,
Yeah. Do you want to fight me?
what? You want to arm wrestle, weird lizard man?
To the death.
That's not
You
how
guys
arm
are just
wrestling works. Are
friends.
you also stupid?
No, my people arm wrestle to the death. Do you want to arm wrestle to the death?
Sure. How's it work?
We arm wrestle, and while it happens, I light your face on fire.
Hmm.
Dirk, what? Why would you
Do you
start a
want?
fight with this
Do you
woman?
want to? Do you want to do that?
There's so many people to start fights with in
What
this city.
we can't afford to get kicked out of this
Are
tavern
all your
because
people as boring and stupid as you, or are you have a unique gift?
looking
I
at
have
the
a
map, there's
very
only
unique.
one tavern, so we can't afford to get kicked out of this
All
one.
right. I didn't mean, do you want to arm wrestle to the death? I said, do you know the best way for me to get one of those glowing rocks?
You could buy one from the store if you had enough money.
Great. Where's that?
You pass it on the way in, the jewelry place.
Yeah, but is that the only place? There's not like capitalism here?
It's the only place in the world where you can buy one of those stones.
Sounds onerous. All right, maybe we should arm wrestle to the death. Anyways, we should go.
Well, have fun. She turns and goes back to her desk and her paperwork. She
Ezra,
looks
why are you always
unhappy.
being contentious?
I guess on the way out, are we gonna go do something, guys? Is that the plan?
To answer your question, Dirk, I just don't want to get kicked out of the only hotel in the whole city. Like the last time we got to a new city, it only took us about 12 hours to get kicked out of the place that we were going to stay.
We
Yeah, but that was
already paid.
So
mostly.
what I'm doing is what I'm doing is I'm applying knowledge that I've learned over the course of the last few weeks.
Why would you do that?
To be fair, that was as much Nicomo's fault as it was Dirk's.
Yeah. Fucking Nicomo.
One thing that I would be curious about. Is there a goldsmith here in the city?
Yeah?
So there's a goldsmith, there's a jeweler. We have one of these magic rings that we found. I know what it's called, but for the life of me, I don't know what it does.
The Ring of
And
Solar.
consulting with the all of the magical resources that I have, including a sort of like browsing of spider webs, international spider webs of sorts. I don't know what this ring does. We could go follow up on that if we think we're going to be waiting around a while before we can talk to the people in charge.
Which ring are you talking about?
The Sun Eater Soul Ring. We can also resolve that later because I was told that we weren't allowed to do that with this time. But if we're looking for things to do,
Oh, you don't know what that does?
now you want to tell me?
No. I mean, like, if you don't already know.
Yeah.
I elbow Jana. He doesn't know what the Sun Eater Soul Ring does. This guy.
Zerwin, what do you want to do? It's your first time back in 15 years. Do you want to walk the streets and just kind of get a feel for the place?
Do you want to hold hands? I'll hold your hand.
Well, Dirk, do you want to go look at the rocks and see if you want to buy one?
I do want to look at the rocks. Oh, it's like you read my mind.
Let's go to the jewelers.
It's like I only had to say it like 9 times, and you just read my mind.
Okay. The jeweler's store is also very large. Um, the
Weird flex.
the man behind the counter, the dwarf behind the counter, um, he has one of those like magnifying monocles in his eye, and he's looking at one of those glowing stone chips when you walk in the front door. He looks up like kind of affronted and surprised. Hello. You're new
Yeah.
here. Welcome. Come in. How can I help?
My friend here, his name's Dirk, was curious about the intriguing gemstones that grow in this city.
I want a bright one.
Oh, sure. Yes. You want a chip, is what you're saying. One of the chips from the gems.
Yeah. Yep. I want a super bright one.
Absolutely.
I'm very smart, so don't try to pull one over on me because I'm very smart.
I won't. Well, you can see, please, over here. He takes you to a display case where there are hundreds of these chips. They go from like teeny tiny little things to like guitar pick sized. And they're like flakes that have been broken off or chipped off of the gems before they're sold. The teeny tiniest ones are probably like 50 gold. That would be like a nose stud size. And the guitar pick ones are like 3,000 to 4,000 gold.
Are they super glowy?
Yeah, no, they're all pretty bright. You can take your time and pick the brightest one if you'd like, but you have to pay for them depending on what size you want.
Well,
Ezra,
I want
do
the biggest, glowiest one.
Do these things have any magical properties? Can somebody with magic look at that?
Yeah, Ezra is gonna examine one. Rather than casting a spell, at least to start, can I do like an Arcana check to see if it might have magical properties?
You can't because this is literally a different plane of existence. You don't know anything
Okay.
about the Arcana here.
I'll cast Detect Magic.
Yeah, there is actually some faint, like, pure magic. You don't know what kind of magic it is. It seems to be like, it seems to have a little flavor of all magics in it. And it's really faint, but it's there.
Distilled magic. How much is the biggest, glowiest one?
The biggest one you can find is it's 4,250.
And it's glowy.
Oh, it's glowy. It's so glowy.
I buy
It's-
that one.
Okay.
What do you want to use it for, Dirk?
I want it.
And that's a good enough reason for me.
And
How
me.
much was that one?
4,250.
Cool.
It's yeah, it's like, you know, about yay big. It's kind of almost heart shaped. The top is a little rounded, the bottom's a little pointed, and it's a big chunk. You know, like any bigger, and it would have been, you know, you can't tell if there was a mistake when they were sort of like carving it, or if this one was like never formed into a fully like harvestable one. But it's way bigger than any other chunks in here.
Mm-hmm. And like if I were in a dark place and I held this up, how bright would it be?
You could probably light an area 5 feet in diameter that you could see well.
I could throw it. That's fine.
Okay. Does anybody else want anything in this store? There is a lot of jewelry here.
When I cast Detect Magic, were there any especially?
There is a shit ton of magical items in this store. Hundreds.
You, sir, Mr. Proprietor.
Yes, call me Steven.
Steven, I appreciate. Is that your first name or your surname?
It's my nickname.
Oh, wow. Then we're quite chummy already. I appreciate that. Do you have any magical items that might be especially fitting for a being of potent arcane energies?
Um, that's not really our specialty here. I'm sorry to say, we have a lot more things that are useful for things of beings of physical prowess. I do have these bracers, which help give you some extra protection from being hit. He pulls out some ornately carved bracers.
I think I already have some of those, and Ezra holds up his arms, which are coated in the bracers of defense.
Yes. Let's see. What else have I got? Well, I've got this ring, which is holds a spell. I guess one spell.
Hmm. Any particular level?
Oh, you have to put the spell into it, but yeah, it
And
goes
then
to a
it'll
certain
hold it in perpetuity.
until you use it.
Wow.
Yes.
How much for that?
The ring of spell storing stores up to a level 3 spell.
Lame.
What about do you have like anything like a luck stone or anything like that?
I don't have a luck stone. Um, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Just browsing, learning about all, the goods. Does anyone else want to ask any questions?
Yeah, why did I buy this stone?
It is quite shiny. That one is one of the brightest ones.
It's so bright, you're right. That is why I bought it.
I think it'll be good to have one as we're traveling about the city. It may come in handy.
I'm gonna sell this to somebody on another planet for 1 billion gold.
I believe you.
That could very well be true. A billion may be a bit much.
Dream big.
You're
Do you
right.
have a Lounge Stone of Leadership? Should have that.
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Makes me even more charismatic, I think.
Oh, I do have this. Hold on. He goes into his desk and he pulls out a quill, like a feather quill to write with.
Tell me more about this quill.
Oh, um, this quill lets you add one new spell to your wizard spell book. Yeah.
Do we know any wizards?
Are you not a wizard?
No, I'm more of the sorcerer type. My energies are kind of automatic and intrinsic, not so much through something as boring as study.
Oh, right.
He's still a dork, though.
Hmm. I have a magic lamp.
Sounds interesting. Does it have what makes it magic?
Oh, if you light it and hold it up, it will reveal anything invisible inside its radius.
How vast is the radius?
15 feet.
Okay, how much for the lamp?
5,000.
Okay. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I think, we have some things we need to take care of in the city. We'll be back.
Very good. It is expensive. Okay. As you leave the store, I don't know where you guys are going to go next. Do you guys have any clue?
What time is it?
It's probably getting to be early evening.
You guys want to go get some food?
Sure.
Love food.
Do you guys want to go to the tavern, or do you want to go back to the inn?
Tavern.
As you walk out the door, you see this man and Zerwin. Make me a perception check at advantage, please.
You got it. A 21.
You can't believe it, but when you squint your eyes, that's fucking Gip. He looks real different, but you know that scar on his arm and those tattoos anywhere. He is clean, he is neat, and that is not the Gip you remember. But it's Gip. It has to be. He's currently walking, and there's a bunch of other officers around him, and he's not carrying that shield and that hammer. But he's talking, and everyone's listening.
Sorry, do I know Gip?
Yeah, Gip was like when you and Stiggy were friends. Gip was like the third wheel that got promoted and transferred out, but you guys were tight before that happened.
I walk over to him and
As you approach the group,
is he facing away from us, or is he facing us?
they're kind of angling at an oblique angle away from you.
I'll jog over.
Okay.
And
one of the aides notices you first, and turns.
And I'll yell, like, kind of, Gip, is that you? As I approach.
His eyes get big as he turns and looks at you, and he's like, "No fucking way," he says, and this big grin comes across his face, and he kind of shoves this aide out of the way, and he walks over to you, and he holds his hand out for one of those
forearm to
forearm shakes. Yeah.
Yep.
By the gods, it is you. I'd recognize that fucking purple-haired ugly mug anywhere.
Pull him in for a hug.
Oh my god. It is so good to see you. When the rest of you now notice that when Zerwin hugs a normal-sized dwarf, he looks abnormally tall. This guy's pretty stout. He absolutely slaps your back heartily.
Jesus, what are you doing here? You hit the big time.
I have, no. These are my aides and the junior officers. I'm a fucking colonel now, Zerwin.
You gotta be shitting me.
No, yeah. And listen, I just want you to know that if it weren't for all those years that you and Stiggy and I were doing all the adventuring and killing and training that we did together, I definitely wouldn't be where I am now. I would probably be a general. So thanks for holding me back, you worthless piece of shit.
You've been talking like that forever. You haven't changed a bit. I can't they let you have aides? I wouldn't even let you start the fire.
All of his aides, by the way, are like, is he talking to the colonel like that? Can he do that? Is he talking to the colonel like that? You wouldn't let me start the fire because you wanted someplace to go fart by yourself so the rest of us didn't have to smell it the whole time. Don't lie. Are these your friends? These are your friends, aren't they? Hey, does he pay you to smell his farts?
Owen's displeased that he found out that I used to pay people to do that. I assume. These are my compatriots. This is Ezra over here, with his back to you.
Greetings, Ezra.
Good to meet you.
That's Dirk, the Dragonborn.
A Dragonborn. He reaches out and shakes your hand. It's a pleasure to meet one.
I lean in to Gip.
I know.
Just ignore most of the stuff he says.
Got it.
We'll do that.
I whispered. You didn't hear me, Dirk. This is Jana, deadliest woman with a bow I've ever met.
He bows slightly. I'll keep that in mind.
This is Owen. Anytime I need to get tossed somewhere, this is my guy.
You
Also,
are a tall drink of water.
he's a monster in battle. He's a paladin. He'll let you know.
Ah, then we have something in common. He shakes his hand.
And that is Gelidus. He is extremely necessary.
Gelidus, gosh, what manner of man are you? I've never seen anything like you before. Oh, I'm a Kender, Gelidus says. A Kender. Interesting. Well, welcome, all of you. Any friends of Zerwin? Well, I won't hold it against you. And you've answered the call, so you are most welcome. Have you been to the barracks yet, Zerwin?
No, I just went and we stopped by the sorry, hold on.
Ingmar's jewelry.
No, I was gonna say
The Gloom Alley Inn.
We stopped by the Gloom Alley, get these guys a room. Then we swung over to the jewelry store because Dirk wanted to buy a chip.
I did, and I hold it up.
He did buy
That's
a
a
chip.
big one. That's impressive.
Yeah, it is. It
Um,
is.
I don't know if
Yeah,
I've ever seen a chip that size.
Well, we've been pretty successful in our adventuring. You probably won't believe me, but we have a castle, and we're essentially royalty in a city state.
They must be fucking desperate.
They were, but you know me, I'm handy. So
Oh, in a fight. In a fight, you're handy.
yeah,
Yeah, no, in a fight, you're handy. Nowhere else are you handy, but you're definitely handy in a fight, that's for sure.
so we just got here. I was gonna head over to the barracks now.
Sir, we need to get to the palace now. Yeah, okay, just 1 second. All right, listen, Dirk, I've got to go to some meetings, which I would rather stab myself in the eye than sit through, but I have to go to them. Don't go to the barracks. Skip that. It's going to be bullshit. Where are you staying?
At the Gloom Alley.
Okay. I will come find you when I'm done. Maybe 7, 8? Can you guys...
Sounds good, sir.
Yeah, that's right. By the way, he turns to his aides. This isn't my old friend, Zerwin. This is Sergeant First Class Zerwin of the Broken Stone Brigade. And he grins. And the aides are like, you're talking to a sergeant, Colonel? I guess. None of them look impressed. And then he's like, okay, I really do have to go. I will find you guys. It was a pleasure to meet you all. Thanks for putting up with my buddy and probably saving his life numerous times and keeping him alive. I will buy you a drink for that.
He's killed a number of dragons.
You're gonna get some stories when we get together.
And I will believe half of them. Yeah. So he smiles and slaps you on the shoulder and says, I'll see you guys later. And then he turns and walks around. Okay, yes, okay, I know. I understand what the logistics are. What I'm saying is, if we don't get food into the city, none of the rest of it fucking matters. So yes, we're going on the manned patrols. And that's the last thing you hear as he walks away.
Zerwin, will you tell him about how many times your crotch has exploded?
Yeah, he'll believe that part. He'll believe that part, but yeah, he was good shit.
He does look quite different. And by the way, did you pick up that he said that I'm a paladin? He has something in common with the paladin. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty different, also. You all are adventurous enough to know now that like a paladin means you have to devote yourself to some sort of cause in order to gain those powers. So you're not sure what the new boundaries of this life are. All right, that's a pretty good place to end for the night. But before we do, is there anything else you guys want to sort of find out about in this city? So this is like, we're on to the next chapter here, right? This is where you're going to be sort of stationed for a while. And there's a lot to explore here, and there's a lot to do. But do you have any sort of contextual questions for me before we end for the evening?
Nothing else right now.
All right. Give each other danger awesome points. Sorry, I missed your exit proxy. Who in the crowd that is left would like to assign a danger awesome point to our players?
I'll give one to Dirk for trying to arm wrestle someone to the death, which was just blatant cheating. He was going to blow fire in someone's face while they were arm wrestling, which is
I have other ways of burning people, but yeah, that's number one. That's true.
I'll give mine to Zerwin for being our main character tonight.
Yeah, me too.
thank you.
You back up to 100 yet?
No, I'm at 51. I burned them. I burned more than half of them over the last 3 weeks.
That goes to Ezra.
Thanks. What did I do?
Yep.
You did get scolded a bunch tonight.
Is that true? Only once, I think.
He got yelled at for stereotyping too.
Yeah. That's good. That makes the game more believable. Jana, did you give one out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she gave it to me.
Okay. We all set then? All right. I did post some extra stuff in the players only channel, and you guys, please use that channel to divvy out the magical devices that you have, so that we're not losing track of them, and write them down in your inventory. I believe most of them have a component that you can look up in D&D Beyond. There are one or two that don't. If you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, thanks everybody, and have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for
Bye,
watching.
y'all.